So you're considering Axonics. So I'm posting this just so you get the experience of one 75 overweight man who's tired of having wet underwear, of having to stop behind a bush in his backyard because he can't make it to the house. Who's always wondering where's the bathroom at whenever I go someplace. Been taking medication for the last few years. And it has helped because when I'm off of it, it's much worse, but it's not good. Still not a good thing. I carry in my car and in my wife's car a little duffel bag that has a change of clothes in it because got to be ready because that's what happens. And so I was introduced by my doctor this thing called InterStim Axonics is one of the companies that makes it. And I've debated about it, I don't know, maybe almost a year. Look things up and check things out. And finally, I was like, wow, my life would be so much better if it wasn't always about where's the next bathroom that I have to go to. Unless it's Buc-ee's. So Buc-ee's bathroom's okay. I don't mind going there all the time. For those who have been to Buc-ee's. But yeah, so you get this folder, and I would suggest if you're looking at it, you ask to get the folder right away. I didn't get the folder till at the end. I don't know if that's coming out as Axonics Therapy, but that is what it says. If it's backwards, it's Axonics Therapy. And you get a folder, and they've got logs in there and questions and answers and all that for you. I wish I had it from the beginning because it answered a lot of questions I was trying to solve on my own. I used YouTube a lot. Yay, YouTube. And I watched the operation. I watched 2 operations from beginning to end. Watched animated operation. I listened to people, mostly women, who had gone through it. But on my last day, there was a gentleman that was on, and he had some difficulties with it, and even had a little bleeding. I didn't have any of those things, but I was so grateful that he had posted. So I just felt like, you need to hear from somebody else, another person who's gone through it and what it's like. So I'm right now in it happened Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's Monday, Labor Day. So I guess it would have come out today if the offices were open. So tomorrow the wires come out, and that'll be I'm told like a 5-minute appointment. Of course, not including the time you sit in the waiting room waiting to go in. But anyway, so here's what happened. I go in. I had a 2:00 appointment. There were 3 other people waiting, and I discovered somebody else had already gone in and their procedure had begun. So my doctor does these procedures the last Thursday of every month, and it's all he does all day long. Because I noticed when I left, that waiting room was having new people coming in for the next round. So you sit there and you wait till your name's called, and you go in, and then a nurse meets with you, and they talk about your medications, making sure any medication you shouldn't be taking you stopped at least 5 days before. That for me, that was baby aspirin, multivitamin, and meloxicam. And they check your vitals and all, and you do a urine sample. And after they do all that, then they move you to another cubicle area, and that's when somebody from Axonics comes in and talks to you, and they share things with you. They show you the remote that you're going to get that's going to help you control your new device that's in you, and then I waited maybe another half an hour till they came and got me and took me into the operating room. And they didn't have me get into a gown. I was really surprised. No gowns? No, just loosen your pants. I just wore shorts and a light t-shirt, and knowing I didn't need a lot of clothes. And so, considering what they did, I'm really grateful. I didn't wear lots of other clothes and all that. So they loosened my pants. I get up on the table, laying face down. No, I have to tell you, that was the worst part for me. Not laying face down. Well, that's not normal for me. It's having my head turned to the side for the whole time. My neck was sore. There was a sense of pain from my neck. So I was glad when I finally got up. And so you lay on, they had 3 pillows, one at your head area, one in your stomach area, one in your hip or leg area. And you lay there, they pull your pants down somewhat and the shirt up, and then they start cleaning it. It's a little cold. And then the doctor comes in, and I'm guessing he was measuring because he was writing on my back. So there's this machine that hovers over your body, And it's like an X-ray machine, I guess. And there's a technician, nurse that oversees that, and that's where he can see where the things are that he's got to stick these needles in. So first you get a shot that kind of deadens all the pain. I think it's lidocaine. Don't take that to the bank. And so get the shot, and after a while, okay. So then he goes in and he probes in there, trying to find the place where he's trying to connect to, and so yeah, the shot's got a pain, but shots have pains, and then they're gone in 2 seconds, and that's it. And then he has the wire he's sticking in. It's the wire that's going to be in your body for a few days, and and he says, "Tell me when you feel something sharp." Oh, ow, oh, yeah, okay, that's it. Oh, you got it. And once he feels like he's got the place he wants it to be, and then they turn on the stimulator, and another technician runs that, and they keep upping the stimulation, which you don't feel anything to start with. They keep upping it, but you're not feeling anything. And then finally you feel something. So on the right one, what I felt was a pressure down by my tailbone. Yeah, I'm feeling some pressure. Okay, good. So he felt good about that. And then we went to the other side. The shot, maybe the shot was done to the other shot. I don't know, remember exactly, but you get a shot there too. And now the wire goes up in that one. And all right, tell me when you feel something sharp. Oh, yeah, ow. Yeah, you got it. He was happy with that when he got that. And then we did the stimulation. Now, this time, the stimulation wasn't a pressure. It was funny. I started feeling this vibration in my man part. And it was kind of, oh, okay, that's kind of strange. But they were happy with that. And that was it. I didn't see my doctor again after that. I guess he was going to prep for the next person he was going to do. But then they cleaned me all up. And then they put bandages on me, and I guess the adhesive or whatever, it was warm. There was a warmth in my back as they got to put a bandage over each of the wires, and then they got to put a bandage over the controller that's taped to your back. I haven't seen them. I haven't looked at them. My wife took a picture. I haven't got her to send it to me yet. I have had her look at it one other time when I wasn't sure if maybe a wire had moved, and she looked at it and she didn't see any movement. And one of the people on YouTube mentioned some bleeding, and she saw no bleeding at all. That where this was at. And so after that, then they have you get up. You take your time, and they ask you, you feel lightheaded. And I never felt lightheaded, but I didn't feel comfortable with my balance at first. Like I put my Crocs on, and I needed to balance myself with the bed to get my Crocs on. So, and that kind of went away after a short time. Then they take you back to the room you were in, and they ask you some more questions, and then they start telling you stuff, and they go through that brochure a little bit more, and then they demonstrate the remote. This is the second time they demonstrate it, and I'll demonstrate it for you. So you turn it on, and then you get these moving lights, and then it stops. So what this is telling the technician, or me, because now I understand, is that we're looking at wire number 2. That's my left wire, and it's at number 2. So it looked like it could go to like 6 different levels. Woo! Wouldn't want to feel that. Or if I'm feeling that, I must be nerve dead or something like that if it takes that much. So we began with wire 1, and I have to tell you, if you're considering this, my first 2 days, I went 4 to 5 hours between going to the bathroom. That's crazy. First 2 nights, I never woke up to go to the bathroom. I only woke up one time in my 4 nights have I woken up to go to the bathroom. Last night, I kind of woke up and kind of like, I guess I'll go to the bathroom. And maybe not. I fell asleep, and I slept for 2 more hours before I got up. So the first night, I felt a little pain, maybe from the shot for like 2 minutes, and then it was gone. So it's mostly painless, and my goodness, the prognosis of what my life's going to be like now, I just can't believe it. I mean, I went to a Bible study the other day, didn't go to the bathroom when I got there, didn't go to the bathroom when it was over. That's crazy. That doesn't normally happen, but hopefully that's my new normal. And so tomorrow I'm scheduled to go in and have the wires pulled. Oh, I forgot to tell you, every morning or sometime you make the arrangement with the nurse, but every morning a nurse from the Axonics calls you and asks you about your stimulus. You keep a log of going to the bathroom during this time. They give you a log, and she asks you about your log and the times, the urgency that you had, if you've had any leaking, and then talk about the remote. And so, like, if like it's not getting the stimulus, she'll direct you to up it or lower it, until you finally feel that stimulus again, and how that goes and all. So, yeah, I mean, and so she's like an angel. You can always just call me every day and talk about these. She let this old man talk, uh, and so she was very patient with me. She was patient with the patient, and so tomorrow should be good news. Tomorrow the wires will come out. It's a very quick appointment, and then hopefully we make an appointment for the operation. And she mentioned there's two different kinds of bases that they put into your buttocks area. I'm going to go with the one where I do the recharging, because that one lasts 5 to 10 years longer in the body than the other one, and it's smaller. And she described them. I guess she likes mints. She described the one I'm going to get the size of an Andes candy, and the one where you don't do the recharging, it just stays that way. It's about the size of a York mint patty. So I'm going with the Andes mint. But yeah, so she was a blessing with me all the time. So they walk you through, and she says, anytime, give them a call. You've got a phone number. And she says, even once the process is done, they're always available for you. I mean, on the side, I'm looking at all the people that are there and all this brochure stuff. Axonics must be making some good money off this. Not necessarily the doctors and the nurses, but the company. I got to find out if they're on the stock market. Maybe I need to invest in them. But if you're looking at Axonics, this 75-year-old man would tell you no hesitation, unless there's some medical things in your background or issue. And I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'd say go for it. Go, particularly if your insurance is going to cover it. I had no idea how much this would cost. Don't even want to think about it. I mean, like I think the doctor and 4 people attending me in that room, plus the couple of nurses that saw me in the beginning. And you can imagine then when I'll be in the operating room, and she said the procedure's about an hour long. What's the cost of an operating room for an hour? Anesthesia, the doctor, the other nurses. It's a outpatient thing, so you're not getting a room, but still. Whew. And then the device and all that stuff, which probably cost $1.45 in raw materials for them, but the intelligence and the technology and all that comes with it. So I talk a lot. That's what happens when you turned 75. But I think if you're considering Axonics, call the doctor and say, let's schedule it now. And hopefully your test works out really well, that you'll be able to have it permanently. God bless.